words every running back at any level of this game we call football loves to hear. You're our lead back. New Bears head coach Matt Nagy saying as much when asked about it on Tuesday. Nagy believes the team is very strong at this position. And let's not forget about Lil Smokey, right? Tariq Cohen. Nagy says they would be crazy to use one back. He went on to say teams are going with multiple backs, and Chicago will be no different with Cohen and Howard. Meanwhile, Seahawks safety Earl Thomas no-show for the team's off-season workout program. According to NFL Network's Mike Garafolo, Thomas has missed these programs before, but what makes things more intriguing here is the fact he's entering the final year of his contract, as reports circulate that Seattle would at least listen to trade offers for him. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, though, reporting last month Thomas is firmly in their plans for 2018. Yesterday, Larry Fitzgerald said he's excited to see David Johnson back on the field, knowing he'll help out the Cardinals' offense. Well, Fitz not as flattering of Johnson when it comes to his skills on the diamond as they get ready to play in Larry Fitzgerald's 8th annual celebrity softball game this weekend.
Well, he stinks. I mean, DJ is bad at baseball. You know, he's a great football player, wonderful husband, unbelievable father, terrible baseball player, and I love him. We're just being honest with each other.
Okay, so it's one thing that David Johnson is bad at. Hey, my work is done here, but we have a fresh edition of Good Morning Football, which starts right about now.
Welcome to new Good Morning Football. We're presented by Audi, live in New York City on this Wednesday, April 18th. My name's Kay Adams, Judge Adams, if you will, with Nate Burleson, Kyle Brandt, and Peter Schrager, who each made the case for some quarterbacks. Who's the best in the draft? But it's up to you to go vote at GMFB. I will tell you guys, Baker Mayfield with a strong lead.
Oh, Baker Mayfield. I thought, Nate, that was your best case that you've ever made. I appreciate it, no doubt. That was the one.
All right, let's get to some other news around the league. Time for the lead block.
Lead block.
Keep voting, guys. We'll do this for the next hour or so and crown a winner. And these guys take this very, very seriously and put a lot of work into it. So it matters. Go vote. It is Wednesday, so we have to do another very serious segment on the show. It's called Whiteboard Wednesday. Markers, whiteboards, topics. Let's go. We talked about Aaron Rodgers earlier in the show. Maybe that he's not so happy with the personnel decisions being made by his front office. So, you know, he wants to be involved in some of those GM decisions. We know that Rodgers has takes on Lord of the Rings and Star Wars
Jeopardy.
and celebrities in general. So what famous GM do you guys think is his favorite?
Okay.
I like this.
All right.
Aaron Rodgers' favorite GM.
Always
Take
a
that
double
as you will.
entendre. Yes, I will go first. You guys might know a 7'7", 300-pound man out of Romania that played in the NBA.
Ah, yes.
GM, I'm going with Big George Mirasan.
That's how he spells it, huh?
He was, yes, that's how he spelled it. He was in the My Name Is video from Eminem, if you don't want to think. There it is. This is the guy that I'm talking about. And Aaron Rodgers loves a good mid-range jumper. He loves Drew Gooden. I'm saying he respects and loves George Mirasan.
And you're not mentioning Billy Crystal.
I was going to
Are you crazy?
I'm trying to be fast here.
My Giant.
1998 movie, Rotten Tomatoes, not kind of.
Yeah.
My Giant.
Really good movie. Really good movie. All right. I'm going with Gucci Mane. All right. Now, here's the thing. Now, we know Aaron Rodgers. Would it even surprise you if he said Gucci Mane is my favorite rapper? You'd be like, that sounds about right. Surprises. Now,
I mean, Tom Brady listens to Kendrick Lamar.
Exactly. Yeah, his top songs, Icy. It's always icy in Green Bay. Okay, Lemonade's the color of their jerseys. That's one of his hits. And then his recent, I Get the Bag. Like, you get the bag and fumble it. I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Like, that is Aaron Rodgers because he's about to get a big bag of money as soon as he's a free agent. So, Gucci Mane.
So many good, George Michael, Gary Moeller, Gin Martini for me, GMZ. But I think that Aaron Rodgers is a retro enthusiast, and I think he knows great broadcasters. You can have your Al Michaels, Bob Costas, what have you. My guy is right here, GM Gorilla Monsoon. This was the voice of professional wrestling for years. He and Jesse the Body Ventura are my favorite broadcast team of all time. Certainly Bobby the Brain Heenan, fantastic. But Gorilla, with the purple glasses, he's the guy who would say every single event was the greatest event we've ever done. Before the Bachelor started doing that, Gorilla Monsoon, a legend.
Jokes aside, you talk about him often.
He comes up. He's like, when I was a little kid, he's one of those guys I looked up to. like in a small way, I think he might be why I work in this job, because I love Gorilla Monsoon.
Love that. You guys can play along at home at #GMFB as you're voting for making the case. Moving on here, Texans receiver DeAndre Hopkins. He believes that he and Deshaun Watson will form the best quarterback-receiver duo in the game. I don't know if they're wrong. You guys can tell us at #GMFB. But what is the movie that best describes D-Hop and Watson?
All right, are we doing a tandem or a movie? I got a tandem.
You can do whatever. A movie duo that describes them, their relationship.
You go first. I already see what you wrote. I can't wait to see what you got on this.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing. I was thinking about their duo and like what happened. Like as soon as they got together, like they started rolling, man. And then like their ceiling is just so high. And then every time they stepped on the field, they were just smoking cats, man. So I'm going with Cheech and Chong. Hey, it's Good Morning Football.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Look, the two of those guys are buds, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about changing the game here. Changing the game in 1994, there was a duo that blew everybody away in theaters, and it's right here. Vincent Vega, my man from Amsterdam, Jules Weaver from Inglewood, Pulp Fiction, Travolta out of the clouds from Look Who's Talking 3, Samuel L. Jackson, the two of them together, talking about getting a beer in a movie theater and mayonnaise on fries, and it was the coolest thing you'd ever seen. Guys, I saw this movie in the theater 7 times.
Really?
7 times.
The most of any movie?
By far. I don't think I've seen a movie 3
cheese?
times. Royale with cheese. They got the metric system. What the hell a quarter pounder is. This is the guys right here, and I hope that Houston lives up to it, because that's a big, big standard.
I'm going that same decade of film, but I'm thinking of a guy who's crawling and crawling and crawling and finally sees daylight. That's DeAndre Hopkins. I finally have a quarterback.
Oh, nice.
I'm going Andy Dufresne and Red, Shawshank Redemption. These two here, Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. And you think about that journey that Robbins has, that Dufresne has, and he finally gets there. And guess who's waiting for him on the beach? That is Deshaun Watson. DeAndre Hopkins has been through all of these quarterbacks. I'm not going to name it. It's insulting.
You know what we do usually at this time.
Yeah, Andy had to go through a lot.
Go ahead.
A lot. Is Tom Savage Boggs? There's the. I mean,
this is here.
I know. No, that's a different character.
Wow.
That's Brooks.
Wow.
Boggs is a different part of the prison.
That's the Rat Man.
Right.
Hey, go ahead. You always
How can
tee him
you
up
say
at this
that?
point.
Monologue?
Just start doing the monologue.
You have a monologue?
As for Andy. No, come on. I've done the monologue a million times.
Oh, Deshaun Watson. Come on.
Me, I did it to feel normal again. If only for a short while.
There you go.
That's it. That's Red. That's my man.
They're a duo to be reckoned with. Just 6 starts for Deshaun Watson. And he threw 7 touchdowns somehow in those 6 games to DeAndre Hopkins.
Awesome.
Moving on. Josh Allen's visiting with the New York Giants today. If he ends up playing for the G-Men, Josh Allen's nickname should be...
All right, okay.
We have his representation, Kyle Brandt, or Vile Brandt, at the table.
Yes, Vile
here.
Brandt.
He repped him, said he's the best quarterback in the draft. If you think so, go to @GMFB.
Every good quarterback needs a nickname. I'm going to go first here. We know that he grew up on a cantaloupe farm.
Yeah, I think we're all going to have a lot of that.
Of 3,000 people. I'm going with the big cantaloupe. I just like that. I think that's great. I mean, he's a huge kid. He's 6'5". He's got that giant arm, and he grew up on a cantaloupe farm. And I don't think we've ever had a nickname. We've seen the flying tomato. I want the big cantaloupe. Here's
I'm going to go with the same
Cantaloupe
theme.
is such a fun word.
It's great, and it just it feels delicious.
Feels delicious.
I'll eat the rind.
Yeah, I'll eat the rind if you have to. Yeah, grapefruit, get the hell out of my face. Give me cantaloupe. When I got my first apartment, I was in my early 20s. You bought just this kit of things to put in your kitchen. There's the pizza cutter, the ice cream scoop, and there's this thing with this tiny little cup on the bottom of it. And you know what that thing was called? Josh Allen's nickname. The Melon Baller. That's when you take it and you make those little balls. And now we use it all the time with my children.
Refreshing.
Super refreshing. And so is Josh Allen. The Melon Baller. It's on a tee right now. The Melon Baller. It's a wedding
I put
registry.
him on top of mojitos.
Yeah, okay, now we're talking.
I don't know if you guys know this, but his family has a cantaloupe farm. So I thought maybe I'll do something on his name. And I wanted a triple entendre, right? I wanted like 3 nicknames you can work with. So Eminem works, right? And of course you can call him the Melon Man. And then, you know, when he makes that big play in the game, of course the commentator is going to say, that kid has some huge. And that's the triple meaning behind the Melon Man. The Melon Man is a great nickname. I think it's better than the Baller, Melon Baller, and the Big Cantaloupe. The Melon Man.
And I thought you were going to make a joke about melanin. I really did. That was melanin would be your joke for sure.
Nah, there's nothing more whiter than Wyoming. I couldn't fit it in. Hello, there you go.
This is April 18th, our most inappropriate show ever. We'll be back after.